It was just past 7 a.m. on a chilly Thursday morning in Atlanta. The sun had barely started to rise, casting a golden hue over the misty streets. At the corner of Peachtree and Marietta, Terrence was already 2 hours into his shift at the gas station. He was used to the long hours and little thanks. At 42, he had seen every kind of customer, angry ones, rushed ones, rich ones, and those barely scraping by. But he never let that change him. Terrence greeted everyone with the same tired but genuine smile. As he sipped his lukewarm coffee, a beat-up silver Toyota Corolla wheezed into the station. A young woman stepped out, early 30s, frazzled, her hair tied back in a rushed bun. A toddler clung to her leg, crying softly. She looked worn out, like someone who hadn't had a full night's sleep in weeks. Her name was Sarah. Terrence noticed her hesitation as she approached the pump. She swiped her card once. Declined. She tried again. Still declined. She sighed heavily, checking her purse, digging through receipts and change. Terrence stepped out of the booth. "Morning, ma'am. Trouble with the pump?" She looked up, embarrassed. "Yeah. I'm sorry, I thought there was more on the card." Her voice cracked. "I just needed a little gas to get to work and drop my baby at daycare." He glanced at her son, cheeks red from the cold, holding an empty juice bottle. Terrence didn't hesitate. He walked over to the register, pulled out his own wallet and swiped his card. $25 on pump 4, he told the cashier. Sarah blinked in disbelief. "Sir, I can't let you. You didn't ask." "And I don't expect it back," Terrence replied with a smile. "We all hit rough spots. You just take care of that little guy." Tears welled in Sarah's eyes. "Thank you. Really. I won't forget this." Terrence simply nodded and walked back to his booth, like it was just another moment in his day. But for Sarah, it wasn't just a moment. It was everything. The next morning was just like the last. Same mist. Same coffee. Same routine. Terrence was sweeping near the pumps when he heard the deep, unmistakable purr of a luxury engine. He turned and blinked. A jet-black Bentley, shining like glass, pulled into the station. It was the kind of car that didn't belong anywhere near their part of town. The window rolled down. And there she was, Sarah. Only now, she looked different. Rested. Composed. She stepped out of the car with a smile that lit up her face. Terrence stared. "Wait, that's not yours, is it?" She laughed. "No. It's my mom's. But she sent it to pick you up. She wants to meet you." Terrence raised an eyebrow. "Meet me? Why?" Sarah took a breath. "I didn't tell you yesterday, but my mom is Regina Cole." He paused. "Regina Cole? The CEO of?" "Yes. And yesterday, I hit rock bottom. I didn't want to ask her for help again. I wanted to prove I could stand on my own. But then, you showed me that kindness still exists. That it's okay to lean on others sometimes. So I told her everything. And she said, find him. I want to meet the man who helped my daughter when she had nothing." Terrence was speechless. "You didn't just give me gas," Sarah continued, her voice shaking, "you reminded me I wasn't invisible. That my son and I mattered. And my mom, she wants to offer you something. A job. A better one. Something that matches your heart." Later that day, Terrence stood in the towering lobby of Cole Industries. The polished floors and glass elevators were a far cry from the gas station's cracked pavement. Regina Cole was as regal as the magazines portrayed, poised, powerful, and commanding. But when she greeted Terrence, she didn't talk like a CEO. She talked like a mother. "You helped my baby when she had nowhere to turn. You gave when you didn't have to. That tells me more about you than any resume ever could. She offered him a position in the company's community outreach division, managing a new program designed to assist struggling families with basic needs. Terrence, still in his faded uniform, eyes wide, could barely speak. I don't know what to say, he stammered. Just say yes, Regina smiled. He did, with tears quietly falling. A month later, Terrence had traded his gas station booth for a clean office with a view. But he hadn't changed. Every day, he walked the hallways, greeting janitors, interns, and executives the same way, with kindness, with humility. And on weekends, he volunteered at shelters and food banks, often slipping gas cards into the pockets of strangers who looked like they were having a hard time. Because he remembered. He remembered what it meant to have little, and to give anyway. He remembered that one small act of compassion can spark a chain reaction that changes lives. And somewhere, a young mother named Sarah would always tell her son the story of the gas station angel who showed up when they needed it most.